Launch. GC. Go. Guidance. Go. Fido. Go. Prop. Go. GNC. Go. Max. Go. Eagle. Go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps to cabin link check. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
And I'm just going to
Happy
say,
February!
I am not an expert nor qualified, but I will give advice. I am not I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a psychologist, but I have been through some majors in my life, and I've learned some things, so I will attempt to help you if you allow me. Hi, welcome to the Otter's Den with your host, me, and Jan. Is that your name, Jan?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
And
I go by Mom, Grandma, Jan, Janice,
see, that's why I
Janlyn,
asked.
Janice Lynn.
And then here in a few minutes, Renee will be with us. So thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. I don't know where the show is going to go. We don't have a specified subject. And I'm in a mood. Okay? I'm in a mood. I am in a mood. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. I just said your name. I manifested you.
Freedom. Oh, Lord.
I'm going to pull the chat up. Mr. Odell, founder of the Rift Nation Network. How are you, Tipset Top Hat?
Sorry I'm late, but it was for good reason.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
You know,
We were a little late, too. We were.
you know, many people don't hear this anymore, but my son is going for his Eagle for
Yes. Congrats on that. I'm proud of it.
Scouting America, but in our house, it's still Boy Scouts.
Hi, Lisa.
So he's working up on what they call the POMs. So it's kind of like, think about it as if you're a 5-star general, like your breastplate that you get.
Oh, yeah.
So when he gets his Eagle pin, they're POMs. So he's got a bronze, silver, and bronze, gold, and silver.
Nice.
And those represent every 5 merit badges past his requirement of 21. So
Awesome.
That's what we're working on. He's working on his silver. And the reason why it goes bronze, gold, silver is the brightest is always on top. So silver is brighter than gold. I didn't understand that, but I get it. So that's where I was. I'm sorry.
You're fine. That's
I'm
important.
frazzled, you can tell.
That is important.
So but I will share.
I'm so proud of him.
Absolutely,
you.
me too.
And he right now he needs all the people
I'm
he
proud
can
of
in
you.
his corner, because in 6 weeks he turns 18. We're plugging away in that Eagle application and that paperwork.
You're gonna get it.
Stop.
You're gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
So
You want to get it. Everybody gonna get it,
Mhm.
and that is gonna help him
Tremendously.
so much in life.
Tremendously.
From jobs to pay scales to that is going to show his dedication to what he sets his mind on. So those employers are going to know that if they hire that man, man,
Yep. Yeah, I agree, man.
he is going to be dedicated to that job, and that's going to give him a whole push ahead of a lot of other people.
Yeah, that, and he wants to go into the military. He thinks we just don't know what branch yet, which is okay. But he wants to carry on the tradition.
Hoorah.
So he's he wants to do IT. That's what he's going for. So he wants to protect us, but he wants to protect us out here and on the cosmic waves to make sure that we're okay.
Just make sure he waxes his surfboard.
Yeah. Oh, he will. As I said, you got to be able to grip that and go. Yeah, he's thinking that, or Air Force.
Lord.
So
Army. I love that. You get to do everything in the Army that you want to do. It's not just one specialized branch. I mean, we have, helicopter pilots. We have everything. Well, everything in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
Go Army.
Sure do.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to really be a part of the chair force, right?
Yeah. Well, his grandfather was in the Air Force during Vietnam, and he was responsible in Laos for top secret mission of I mean, he was guarding special cargo, which made a lot of other people sick, but he was in charge of the bombs and stuff like that, making sure he had the most dangerous job on base, because if you wanted to blow something up, you hit the ammo tent and you'd kill everybody. So that's where he was. So that's the reason why he would do that. So
I have a special love, though. As much as I'm Go Army, there's one branch that gets made fun of, but is the hardest branch, and that is Coast Guard. I am the biggest fan of the Coast Guard. I really am. I love Coast Guard.
But I told him whatever he chooses,
some cool stuff.
Whatever he chooses, I'm happy with. So, I mean, if he wants to be a Marine, fine. If he wants to be Air Force, fine. If he wants to do Coast Guard, fine. Whatever makes him happy. Go career and go get it.
Space Force.
And we're trying to actually push him towards Space Force, because that's a lot of the IT defense stuff, and
Baseballs just popped in my head. Use the shorts.
So there's that. And and then I figured, hey, I got somebody on the inside who might be able to tell me and give me some answers on some stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But enough about me and that.
Well,
how long was January?
What's that?
How long was January? But go ahead, Keith.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get to January. I guess we kind of did. Well, I kind of did it for anyway. When I was a teenager in high school, me and my buddies went and talked to the Marine recruiter, and 4 of us decided that we were going to go in, together at the same time. And I went in. I took my tests. I tested above a lot of people. Okay, I was supposed to go in at this pay scale. I was supposed to be able to get into the mechanics, the auto mechanics, keeping the vehicles up, and found out that recruiter lied to me about everything. And so when the time
No.
comes to go sign that paper, I walked in. I'm like, okay, you lied to me about this, 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 and this, and you want me to cut my hair? I'm out. See ya. Just saying.
Recruiters have a job.
Numbers.
hmm
Numbers.
And not all recruiters are like that.
It's all
Okay?
about-
Not all recruiters are like that.
No,
Just saying.
no, they aren't. No, I
Disclaimer.
love recruiters. Don't get me wrong.
But
But
getting back to
I tried to find a course.
getting back to January.
I wanted to.
January was like the longest 5 years that I remember. I mean, it just kept going and going and going and going
Yep.
and going. Somebody put batteries in the Energizer Bunny and slapped the word January on the back of it. And he's just out there bang, 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 bang on the side of your head.
Yep.
That's January.
Absolutely.
But here we are at the 2nd of February. Yesterday was the full moon at 4:09 p.m. Central Time, 5:09 p.m. Eastern Time. Jan, what time zone are you?
5:16.
What?
You're,
You said what time is it here?
Oh, you okay? It's 5:16 there. 6:16.
It's all right.
So it would have been 3:09 your time.
Speaking of
So
that time difference.
what's that?
Said speaking of that time difference, that's back on the table to get rid of daylight savings time. So
Push it. Let's do it. I'm
it's
done.
It's in the works because I saw that the other day. So I'm like, come on, let's just go straight across the board. Let's just get rid of this shit. We have a ticker. Sorry. And you know what? And just give me my hour back or whatever you're gonna do. If you're gonna move it ahead, move it ahead. If you're gonna have it stay back. Whatever you're gonna do. I'm tired of this crap. And now we got to get 6 more weeks of it. Thanks, Punk Satani Phil.
Yeah, and there's an Indian saying about daylight savings time. Only a fool would think you can cut a foot off the top of a blanket and sew it on the bottom and make it longer.
Get it straight. Only a white man would cut.
Okay. I was
Right.
trying to be at least a little, piece. No, you're right.
We have a ticker. We have a ticker.
We do. We got a ticker.
So
every Indian I know would correct you, and that's what I was trying to figure out. Denise, I was told the same thing, that somebody's having a hard time finding it on YouTube.
Okay, hang on. I shared it out.
let's see. I will go to our page. I wish there was like a way. There probably is, and I'm just overthinking it.
There's the YouTube link.
I'm kind of I don't really care if there's daylight savings or if there's not.
We're not live on YouTube.
We're not. We should be.
Nope.
Actually, yeah, we are because I'm watching it right now.
Are you? Because on my end.
Here, hang on.
I'm just curious.
I'll type howdy on YouTube, and that should come through. Yep,
Yeah, Chris is on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live. We're live on YouTube.
I wonder if there's a hiccup.
Well, that could be because my camera froze.
Ed's gonna go check it out.
Okay, thank you, Ed.
No.
Yeah, go check it out because I'm not seeing it on my end.
Okay.
So, not saying that it's not live. It could just be me, and I got to sage my phone. So, could be.
Well, and that's kind of what I started to get at with the full moon. What a way to start February off on the 1st with a full moon. Full moon, we're at time of release, and release what no longer serves you, what you're no longer interested in, what you no longer want in your life, but have an idea of what you want to come into your life in order to fill that void. Because if you don't, the universe is just going to fill it with random stuff that it sees you thinking about. So if you're thinking about a lot of negative stuff, guess what? You're going to get that void filled with a lot of negative stuff.
Yeah.
I try to specify when I'm reading my intentions outside before I fold them and burn them and send them to the sky. Okay, I release this for this to come in. I release this because of this, so this can come in. I'm not good with words. So when I sit down, I got all these ideas in my head, and I sit down to type it out, print it out, so I can go out and read it, and like,
And then you forget.
I got nothing. So it takes me a little bit to get it done, but I do get it done. I went out and lit a fire. Yesterday was in bulk also. If you don't know what that is, Google it because I can't explain it, but it is a pagan holiday, I believe, that celebrates the coming of spring.
Yes, it is.
And longer days. And yeah. So I went outside, out back. I lit a fire. I had two 2025 calendars. I burned them both. I
was going
burned
to ask what that was. I
2025.
thought that was.
Yeah. I released it. It wasn't a bad year for me, but it was frustrating in many ways. So I released it. 2026 is going to be a better year for me. That was my intention.
2025 was kind of a year of adjusting.
It was.
I know on my end. I mean, it was just an adjustment.
The universe had to adjust things for us, even though it was rough at times for us, so that new, better things can come into our life. Renee, your kid's getting his highest scout achievement. I mean, that is amazing. Jan, look what happened to you just within the last couple of days. I mean,
Yes.
Today I had to go. I didn't have to. I had the option.
Mm-hmm.
My old department, gentleman got sick, sent home. The boss of that department had a lot going on, so they asked me if I would go over and help him. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. It was a good day. We got along. We joked. We laughed. It was a good day today.
Yeah.
But the adjustments had to take place in order for that to happen. I actually fit in better. I talk to people at work now. I fit in better with people now. So just adjustments had to be made. But we have to allow that and give ourselves that chance of that change, not be afraid of it. Just say, okay, yeah, let's try this. And we're going to be getting a lot of that. And we're going to be getting a lot of new information in the very near future, whether we want it or not. Let me read something real quick, and then I'll turn it over to you two. Slosh Soul Astrology. Love this page. It's on Facebook. As Mercury is leading the pack in Aquarius right now, coming into the square with Uranus, unexpected information is going to be flying everywhere. The Epstein files, I'm just going to say it, Epstein files are a perfect example of it, but that's just a macro scale example. Something important to consider is that the moon is still in Leo, bold expression, and is about to go through Virgo, critical analysis. See that?
Yep.
Two more paragraphs. Virgo is 8th house, merging transformation to Aquarius. So it would be wise not to take a huge stance on anything, at least until the moon is in Libra, after everything is analyzed thoroughly. Virgo and balanced in Libra. Libra is 9th house to Aquarius. So the relationship between them is what gives the more broad understanding of knowledge through balance. Even after that, by the time the moon reaches Scorpio, Mercury will still be in Pisces, and we're going to be in a mental washing machine. This is all part of why I keep saying nothing is really going to be too clear until after we hit Aries season and the sun has passed Saturn and Neptune. We have a whole mutable eclipse cycle and Mercury RX at the end of this month. Shit is going to get super weird, so try to have some patience. Okay. And
The P word.
that actually hit the last couple of days. Because I was informed that my name was being placed in people's mouths and ears. Not going to go into details.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny. Funny that. Okay. Same thing here. Funny that.
Small town, local, everybody's in everybody's business.
Of course.
But my main point here, my business is my business. Jan, your business is your business, and Renee, your business is your business. If we choose to put our business out there, we choose to. If we don't, and you are curious about what I'm up to in my life, knock on my door, call me, message me, and ask me. Do not assume anything. Okay? Do not assume anything. Because when you do that, and then you utter my name out of your mouth to other people saying, I'm doing this or I'm doing that when I'm not, kind of pisses me off. I'm not going to make a big deal about it right now. I'm going to let it go. Let her down. But if anybody wants to know what's going on in my life, ask me. I will tell you. Point blank, blunt. This is the truth. This is my honest answer to your question. Whether you like it or not, that ain't my problem. That's your problem. Okay? So I needed to get that out there in a way, not giving any details, not spilling the tea or getting the receipts out, as the kids say now. But you want to know what's in my business? Ask me. If I say it's my business, that means it's my business. If I feel you deserve an explanation, I'll give you an explanation. And with that dump, there's 3 million pages of the Epstein files. 3 million. So no wonder why it took so long. I kept saying, be patient. It's going to come. Be patient. I'd be like, no, they ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it. Well, guess what? They did it. And there's some damning information in there. And it's going to take a while to prosecute, because you got to build a case first. You got to build a case first. You got to have evidence. You got to have proof. And, like that post said, be patient. Okay, here's this information, but do we understand what's actually in it right now? Do we understand the consequences that are going to happen down the road after eclipse season? Okay, let's all be patient. And if you want to know, wait for it. Yeah. It'll come out. It'll come out.
Exactly.
Am I like in a lane, or am I crossing the white line?
No, you're in a lane. You're in a lane.
There's a lot of information, and it's going to be slow to release because of the amount of information that is out there, right? We can't just.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
How do I want to put this? It's like, okay, I'll use my case for example. All right, Keith, that was a lot of information, right? And you had to sort through everything, and you had to make pieces and ends of what was really what's going on, how it applies. It was 40 some years of information I dumped into your lap, right? So it takes a while to go through 40 years worth of information and to pinpoint and to nail and to do the XYZ, right?
I was
it's kind of like the Epstein files.
Just saying.
Huh?
I was overwhelmed when we first started talking about your case. Just saying. I was like, can I do this? Can I handle this? Yeah, I can. Let's do
Right.
it. And we did it.
And that's kind of like the Epstein files, right? How many years of information, how many people, how many hands, how many this, how many that, and you can apply that to your life as well. You have so much going on, you have so much coming in. You need to sometimes just take it piece by piece,
Yes.
analyze it slowly, figure it out slowly. And then when the time comes, everything will line up and fall into place, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have a feeling that 2026 is going to be that. I think that's why January was so long. January was packing all that information,
Adjust it.
what's going to happen, and then release. Everybody was having dreams.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Nobody was sleeping. Last night was the first night I laid my head down. I slept without waking up at midnight, without waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning,
3, 4.
without waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock this morning, and I went like I didn't dream. Everything it was just this calm, and I was like, "Hello, February."
Yeah. I'm used to waking up,
I
here, and here, and I woke up at 4:30, right before my alarms were set for, and I thought I was late. I mean that it hit. I'm like, wait, it's time to get up. Okay, but it was weird. I think we're going to see a lot of timeline changes, timeline jumps. A lot of people are going to be jumping frequencies, jumping into a new higher timeline that's better for them. And when that happens, people who are not at that level get left behind. And I listened to a post on TikTok today, and it blew my mind. I reposted it. But it was talking about, what happens when the timeline jumps. When you grow your frequency and you jump into a new timeline that's better for your higher self, and people disappear. But sometimes you disappear. You disappear from their lives as well as, I mean, we may still be able to see them, what they're out, they're out there, what they're up to, but we just up and disappear. We're gone. They can't find us. And that is a universe expanding for us. And they continue to go along their current timeline as we go along ours. But more and better things come into our new higher timeline. But since we jumped that timeline, Spirit in the universe has to have time to adjust things in order to bring those better things into our life. And we have to release things. So sometimes that shadow work gets deep. Okay? It gets deep. You got to take a shovel and just start digging them roots out. And sometimes you got to light them on fire and burn them out as you're digging the dirt out and just get rid of it. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's going to be, I think, an interesting February. We just have to be patient, wait for the information to come out, and we'll get it. We will get it this year. A lot of good things are going to come this year. I'm just going to put that out right now. And a lot of good emotional things. I've got a lot of good political things, a lot of good financial things. Just be patient. Let it change. Let it change.
Just because you have to remember, because I'm gonna bring this all back to a lot of people I think have forgotten. Last year, 2025 was the year of the snake, and I was that's my sign, snake. Okay, was born in 77. I'm a snake. You have to remember, snakes go through a metamorphosis. They change as well. They've got to shed their skin. And how do they shed it? They're on the ground. They try to find the roughest, toughest thing that you can possibly do to try and scratch that itch, because you got that itch. You got to, you know what I mean? Because they're changing. They've grown. They've got to get out of their old skin and into their new, right? So what's happening is all 2025 is leading up to this because what have you done? You've changed like that snake. You've shed old skin or whatever, beliefs, patterns, metaphysical beliefs, spiritual beliefs, psychological beliefs, whatever it is, and you've changed. You should change because now you're going into 2026. And like I said, you've got your horse now because it's the fire horse. You may have scared the shit out of that horse because snakes don't like horses, right? And horses don't like snakes, and they will buck up. So you have that period of the reason why it felt so long was because we had to get out of that muck and that crap of 2025.
Right.
So am I saying 2026 year? I'm not saying that because I can't foresee the whole year of the 12 months of what's going to happen till next year.
Right.
But we're on that horse. Now you've got to be patient because what do you need to do with that horse? You just can't jump on that horse. It's going to be, you got to break that horse.
It's
you
the fire horse.
Your own.
That's my high horse.
Well, no, you can be
I
on
can't get
your
off
high
my
horse. But you have to be on your high horse, but you've got to break that horse or that horse is going to buck you off.
But it's the fire horse, correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
Kind
of like the Phoenix. Kind of like the Phoenix. 2025, we burned ourselves down, and let's set ourselves on fire and ride. Let's ride. Ghost Rider. And I'm actually the rooster. I was born in '69, so I'm a rooster. And that song, hey, they come to snuff the rooster, but he ain't gonna die.
That song's about his father, actually, and his Vietnam experience.
Yep, I watched that video. It was cool.
And to even further it, last year, 2025, it was the year of the snake, but it was the year of the wood snake. So it's the fire horse. So what? Get out of! Stop it! Oh, stop it!
Well, I was going to say Keith is a rooster. I mean, he is a
cockle-doo and everywhere. So I mean, so why not? Why not have that fire horse stomp on that snake?
Yep.
And both catch. You know what I mean? And you catch that fire, and you're off. But you still have to break that horse. You know what I mean? You still have to.
Yeah, and
you learned, you have to still implement because you broke whatever it was you needed to do so you could ride.
And when you're walking out in the woods and you find a snake skin, okay, no matter what the color of that snake is, that skin that it shed, it's just kind of a dull brownish gray. You can see through it. The color's gone. It's just it's dead. So that's what we were shedding last year, is that old skin that no longer serves us. That color, our color. Now we're coming in new vibrant colors and flames. So yeah, let's get that Phoenix going.
And it's gonna. You have to remember, and there's that adjustment period. Because technically, with the Chinese Lunar New Year calendar,
17th.
It really doesn't happen to like the 15th or the 17th, somewhere in that day, those days. So you're still gonna feel that January's dragging for a purpose.
Yeah,
because it really hasn't kicked off yet. You'll trust me. You'll know. You'll feel it.
17th is when 17th hits. I think shit's gonna pick up. Not hit the fan. I think it's gonna pick up. Go ahead, Jen.
Now you want to hear something funny? You say the 17th, right? The 18th is Ash Wednesday.
Is who?
Is it Ash?
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday. Yeah.
So you have the 17th, and then you have the beginning for us Catholics. That's Lent.
Okay.
For us, that's our refresh, right? Lent is when we try to shed our bad habits. We give up something. We grow closer, to Jesus, and we follow that, So it's all that change, right? And then you have your 40 days of Lent. And it's kind of funny that we're sitting here talking about it because I looked at Jesse last night and I said, I really need to grow in my faith. I really need, I feel this urge. I feel this pull that I need to do this. So what are we doing? We're going to restart Bible in a year. We're going to restart catechism in a year.
Yep.
We're going to do all of this growing in our faith. And I don't know why I feel that push, but I have never felt that push like I am feeling now. Does that make sense? Like this
Yeah.
is a year for growth.
Got to be a reason.
As Renee, they're nodding, understanding where I'm coming from.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
like
even though I'm a deconstructing Catholic, and I say that with love and respect, I still hold a lot of that to be true. That's just I there's things that I'm like, and I kind of like the opposed to what I'm being told is really the truth. Maybe because Easter's going to be April 5th this year, so Easter's coming.
Change.
It's the it's not like the early, but it's not like in the middle.
Right. It's Easter this year is kind of interesting because Easter is going to be right after Pat's birthday, right before Dylan's birthday, and Avelina's birthday this year. So I gave birth in Easter season, as we call it, 3 times. But
fertility.
I don't know. Like you said, the number 5 is change, right?
Yeah.
And it's coming on the 5th, and I'm gonna. I don't.
Let it out. Or no.
We have a lot of change around the world. Okay, we have a lot of persecutions that are going on.
Yeah, we do.
Of Catholics and Christians across the world, but especially Catholics by a certain other
things.
Yeah. Belief system. Because as a Catholic, I'm very much opposed to this belief system. And we have a lot of that going on here in this country. And I think there's going to be an awakening. I think that with Easter being on the 5th and everything with the year of the fire horse, there's a lot of signs out there. A lot of signs that people need to really open up their eyes and see. Because what's happening is not a good thing.
Let's take like say London as an example.
Renee's following.
Because I had to go and look something up to go see, and it's like, yep, see, okay.
I know the faith you're talking about, is London, Europe. Those cities are overtaken, and that is one thing that these people of that faith
hate us
use in order to overtake a country. They move in, they marry the people of that country, they have children with the people of that country, then those children and the people of that country become, and they overtake without war. There's a word for it. I don't know. I can't remember what it is, but there's a word for it. And even one of their leaders did a video on this. This is how we are going to do this. This is 10, 20 years ago. And it's happening. And the people over there are finally starting to see that, this isn't a good thing. They are calling for Sharia in that country. They are arresting people for Facebook posts. Okay. And they are talking about wanting to arrest people in other countries for our Facebook posts. How do you think that's going to go over? No, we're going to see a lot of change. People are going to say, no, this is not happening. But it's going to take a bit. and it's going to take a lot of patience because the media is going to play and spin this like a top. But just remember, eventually that top stops spinning and it stops. So,
I mean, and
Go ahead.
who's to say the media doesn't change before all this? Because you have a lot of like volatility right now everywhere, not only in countries, but you have of what's been released.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stills. There's a lot of, hello, that's a lot of stuff to go through.
People
are picking it. And that's the thing. That's what I've been telling everybody. People are going, they're skimming it and they're pulling big names out and they're going this one and this one and this one and this one. But you're not, but what was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the context of it?
Just wait. Just wait it out. I know people are anxious and they just want to hit it and just go and say, see, I told you so, and this and this and this and this and this and this. We just got to let it go.
The Bongino rule. Okay, when this story hits, give it a few days before you really hit it up.
Yeah.
Because in those few days, you're going to get more information and more of the truth out.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you have your legitimate, provable information, then report on the story.
I mean, I was telling people at work, they're like, when do you think it'll be safe? And this is why I was sitting here like this laughing, because I had to go look something up because I had talked to somebody today. And I said, I don't know, March 20th seems good. I don't know why March 20th seems good. I just Googled it. That's the first day of spring, and it's a Friday, March 20th.
320, add one, you got 420.
Well, that too.
I do not partake.
But you have March is the third month, 20th day.
Why not?
5.
3 and 2, 5.
Mm-hmm.
More change.
Yeah. So I just, like I said, 320.
My birthday is
Your birthday's what? March what?
March 1st.
3rd?
First.
First.
My mother's first.
3.
First.
Oh, March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yep.
I don't know. Maybe things will shake out for spring equinox. I don't know. I just said to people, 320. That sounds like a good time for everything to iron out.
Well, put a big smiley face on your calendar on that day.
Yeah.
Something good's going to happen that day.
Yeah.
Let's keep track.
That's funny. It's fun. You say that, and actually one of my dreams last month, I remember looking at the calendar, which, I do almost every day because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have to remember what day it is. I was in my dream, I was going about my business, everything else, and I looked at my calendar and it said I had the day marked 3/20, March 20th. That's interesting that you say that. That's one of the things that really stuck out in my dream was that date.
I mean, sometimes I'm just given
We'll have to
days
see.
and months, and then I try to figure it out. You know what I mean? It just, or given numbers, and then I go, oh, well, maybe it's this, and then I wait and see if it happens. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I don't get upset. I just okay.
Yeah, I've got my ghost app.
But
Go ahead.
I was going to say another thing with horses is horses don't lie.
No, if they like you,
horses are truthful and loyal.
If they don't,
they like you.
We'll tell you.
Horses sniff out fear, and they'll kick you if and they'll snub you, right?
Yep.
So loyalty and truth, true colors, fires bring out what colors? You have your different heat ratios, and the different colors with it.
Yellow,
I think that this is the year, it may be the year of truth and loyalty,
We need more of that. We need more.
We do.
I mean, Could it meaning going back to the way things were? Because I've had that dream for 6 months of literally, yeah, it's 2026, but we're doing stuff back how it was in 1977 or 1984. Funny how I say 1984.
You know,
Van Halen just popped in my head.
Here's the thing is, I don't like with this year, we have the AI push, right?
Mm.
Secretly, not so secret now. I hope it fails. I hope AI fails. I hope that something happens and it goes down. I don't like AI. Huh?
I said that's the merit
I
badge.
don't.
Actually, he's working on AI, merit badge, and cyber. Those are his last two to finish up. So I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah. And AI is paying my bills right now. So I mean, but I don't have to like it, right? I really don't. I don't like AI, and I hope the truth about AI comes out because AI, I don't know.
Even Elon Musk said, "Okay,
I don't like AI.
It can be a very important tool in the scientific community, but if you don't have an off switch, it can be a very dangerous thing."
Dangerous tool.
There have been instances where they did experiments to tell it to turn itself off, and it would not. It actually created viruses that it put into the computer system so it would not shut itself off, and so others could not shut it off. Mm-hmm. So we have to instill some kind of a safeguard there. It's just like,
everybody says AI is just
you build an engine for your race car, and that engine can handle so much horsepower and torque before it blows apart. But you build it to the point where it will just keep going. Okay, eventually it's going to be uncontrollable, and something bad is going to happen. You're going to hit something, there's going to be a big explosion because car blows up, engine blows up. You need something to regulate it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You got to regulate it.
I mean, you got to regulate it.
And
you have to remember the people that you're going to put in charge of regulating it have to have some kind of ethics, some kind of bias. Also, too, because you have to remember if the machine becomes too smart and can outsource the human.
Terminator.
Thank you. And then what happens? Somebody needs to be John Connor and somebody needs to be Sarah, and you've got to go pew pew to get rid of Terminator.
Think about it. Okay, we have how many factories in the U.S.? Okay, big, huge robots. Okay, yeah, they're bolted to the floor, but they can move in all different directions. They can sense where they are. I use them every day at work. And say if that robot's connected to the internet and this computer over here, in this scientist lab's connected to the internet, and he all of a sudden decides, you know what, humans are not good. Humans are the scourge of this earth, and they need to be wiped out. So what does it do? It uses that robot to, instead of putting that part on that car, boom.
I mean,
here's the problem.
Robot
it already is taking out humans. Mm-hmm. We felt, how many kids has it told how to end their life, right? How many people has it told? That's where the regulation it needs. I don't know. I don't trust it. I'll give you an example. I do have Alexa in this house. All of a sudden, I'm in an area where it shouldn't hear me, and it's answering my questions. And I never said its name.
Okay, I'm talking to somebody at work about a product. Not on my phone. I'm just talking about it. What do I get? Advertisements for that product.
Advertisement.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I mean, I know this might get something. Oops. 18 and over. Just saying. A thing happened on 9/11, and in that process, people forgot about an important thing, and they signed the Patriot Act.
How about freedom?
So goodbye, freedom.
It's still
Just
a fact.
saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
So
If they want to arrest you,
I
they can. They can hold you without letting you talk to a
I
lawyer, without a phone call. They can hold you indefinitely, without charges,
if you're under
simply
the
because
Patriot
you are
Act, yeah, they
suspected
can.
of something.
I told Jesse, I said, I feel like when we move, when we sell this house, I have this like undeniable urge to move into the middle of nowhere, buy a whole bunch of land, and not have internet. You want to get a hold of me? Write me a letter.
Yeah, or write your letter. And
Yeah.
make sure that land,
You
make
know,
sure you build it so you're high, and you can have a road coming from
Yep.
it. You can see them coming.
Well, if you're out there on
Yep.
your own property with nothing around, you can be high because you can grow your own stuff. Just saying.
Well, that too. That too.
Commune.
I get me a landline. I'd
Yeah.
rather have a landline.
And because I'm saying, speaking of that, because it was funny because there was a video talking about kids of today going, I'm really tired of this. Well, as I'm blinding myself, I'm really tired of this.
I was gonna say,
I turn my light on. I shake it, turn my light on. I wish there was a way, like they could call me and like leave a message. And if I wanted to know, like, and you know what that is? It's a landline. Like if I want to ignore it, like I can ignore it, or just or better yet, I can take the phone, just put it off, take it off the hook, and it's busy. Yeah, I saw that video and I went,
here's a good
not what we had.
They want the old tech.
There's moms that actually went and got landlines.
Yeah.
They went and got landlines for their daughters to be able to call and talk to each other, and then it's regulated, right?
Yeah.
Because then I can pick up the other end of the phone like our parents used to
and
be like, get off the phone.
What do you think you're doing on Friday night? Oh, no, you're not. Get off this phone now.
Where? And I love that idea. I miss that. I miss that simplicity. Being tied to my phone, I hate it. I hate being tied to my phone.
When I was a kid, you could pick the phone up, dial 4-1, and you get time and temperature. You could pick it up and just listen, and you would hear other people's conversations.
Yep.
As long as you were real quiet, so they didn't hear you.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
The phone numbers we would call for the party line. So you're talking to like, somebody in Massachusetts, and then they're talking to and you're just bullshit. Yes, there's a ticker. You know what I mean? You're just bullshitting. Like I found that absolutely amazing that these kids of today who have every single thing available, that some things that we were like, oh my God, could you imagine if we had this, we could have done this so much better and in less time and less headaches, and they want to revert back to us.
You could hear the other people's voice and the intention and emotion in that, not reading a message on a screen.
And the best thing ever is you can't slam this down. You break it. You could slam the receiver down so they knew you were pissed.
God, I missed that.
I missed that. That was like the best part of it.
I have hung up and made the motion.
That landline didn't have a battery unless you had, a portable phone.
Right.
One of the other things I miss the encyclopedia. I miss going and getting excited and sticking that disc in and having the encyclopedia right there.
See, I had books.
I had books. I had to go to the library and get the books.
Yeah. I didn't have the disc that I could put in the drive. I'm old.
See, I'm privileged because I had the best of both worlds. I remember having to do it that way. And then about middle school, high school, I was able to use the computer to do it the other way.
Yeah.
So it's I'm
Actual-
kind of spoiled. So and coming from my generation, a lot of us want to go back to that.
Now,
I mean, I
here-
remember when
Our kids is reading.
I remember when it with internet. I remember it was 6th grade, and I thought this kid was the coolest thing ever because he had it, and he had Oracle. Forget AOL, forget any of that. He had Oracle.
Oracle.
And this is he brought in a bunch of newspaper documents and stuff like that. This is when Desert Storm issues around. So he was bringing in like stuff that you could print off the internet. I was in 6th grade. I remember that like there was, it was Oracle. I don't know whatever happened to Oracle. Maybe they went into AOL, but I remember when he goes, "Oh yeah, I got a computer. I can look anything up. I can bring it all in." And I was like, "BS." So I gave him something, and he came in, and here it was. I was like, "Oh no shit!" I thought it was like the best, coolest thing ever.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting concept. We are in 2026.
Mm.
I've thought about this. I have often wondered what it would be like to live in the 1800s.
Same.
You know, latter part of 1800s. Early part of 1800s. Well, in a way, we're kind of figuring it out because this is the 20s. What happened in 1920s? Eventually, there was a boom.
Mm-hmm.
Flappers, parties, and all the money and everything, and the economy was booming. Okay, so we got to keep that in mind. History repeats itself. We go through cycles.
Yep.
But we have a weapon on our side in Mr. T. We didn't have Mr. T back then, but we do now. And you can dog on me and hate on me if you want. I don't care. I support Mr. T and what he's doing.
The man is trying to get rid of taxes.
Yes.
Like let's look. The man's trying to get rid of taxes, which are illegal, by the way, people.
Yes.
If you didn't know, taxes came about to pay for wars. And if we're not in a war, then why the hell are we paying taxes?
And that was Alexander Hamilton is the reason why we have taxes, and that's the reason why Washington, D.C. is in D.C.
Yeah.
And not in Philadelphia.
It's a city-state. It is its own entity, just like the Vatican. Okay? They have their own laws.
Mm-hmm.
But I am actually getting a little money back this year
Okay.
from my taxes instead of me having to pay in. And I know there's adjustments you can make. I made those adjustments and I still had to pay in. This year, I don't have to pay in. I get a little back. I'm happy. I am thankful. I am grateful. I can buy wood for my floor. I'm grateful.
Which is a big thing. Because that helps you. You know,
I'm
to go,
to see how ours are going to go.
you know, I mean, to go back to the taxes thing, if we want to talk about, yes, it's illegal. We didn't have, do you think in 1776, 1777, 1778, we had taxes?
We went to war over a
war.
2% tax on tea.
Tea. Now, could you imagine if they taxed not the tea, but they taxed the whiskey or the lager? It would have been war. That would have been yes, it was a Revolutionary War, but I think it would have been a hell of a lot worse if they had taxed the whiskey. I think that the intent was to start with the tea, and the intent was to move to the whiskey.
And look at what we are taxed on today. We are taxed on our income. Then we are taxed on what we buy. Then we property taxes. Hey, we bought this property. We paid the taxes on it. Why do we have to pay taxes on it every year when we own it? Okay. Now I understand
This is what I
government
don't get.
needs money in order to provide the services. We want good roads.
Well, no. What we shouldn't be relying on our government to provide us anything. We should be able to provide for our own. That's the whole point, right?
That's where I was getting.
We don't need to depend on the government.
That's where I was getting.
And government's gotten too big, and the government has made it to where we have to depend on the government, right?
Yes.
So I don't agree with. I get an inheritance. So and so already paid taxes on that inheritance.
Mhm.
Why do I have to pay taxes on that inheritance? And then I have to pay for them dying.
Right.
And then I have to.
I get it.
No.
But what the point I was going to make is before taxes, America thrived on tariffs. That is how we made the infrastructure for this country: the highways, the telegraph lines, the telephone lines, the electricity. It was tariffs. And what is Mr. T bringing back? Tariffs.
The tariffs.
America thrived.
Yeah.
And then the tax thing hit that was supposed to be temporary to provide the war, and we're still paying it. It was not temporary.
10 years.
Renee, just like another temporary thing that was supposed to be temporary that wasn't temporary. You know what I'm talking about. So we're going to be going through a lot of changes. And it's difficult to see the end destination. But if we look at the past cycles, as long as we don't fully indulge in those cycles, okay, we can have a good time. But what ended that time? We need to end that aspect of that cycle. And that's government, our own lives, everything.
Speaking of time, we are 6 minutes past.
Oh, it is about time.
Unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
We have another show coming on in a little bit on the RNN network. Miss
Good
Cindy
show.
coming on. And I made a point to memorize the name of that show. And do you think I can remember it right now? No, I cannot. Renee, can you help me out?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared for this because I thought you would remember.
Yeah, I'm going to... how long have I said I'm going to make a list of our shows so I can just read them off? How long have I said that?
Forever. I think I just have to go do it.
And I got a pen right here, and I got notebook paper, and I intend to do it, and then I get up from the computer to go to the bathroom, and I get to doing something else, and
Oh my God. And now I'm blanking on it, and I'm looking for it. Oh my God. And I feel bad for Cindy because I'm like, hold on. Isn't it, hold on.
It's
Becoming
Cindy
Universally Aligned.
Can we just name it the Cindy Show?
What?
I know. Is it right? Becoming Universally Aligned.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
There. I'm
Yes.
sorry. That's
And I am actually going to be on her show, I believe February 9th. We're going to be talking about spirit guides and whatnot, so that should be interesting. I know a little, not a lot, so I'll contribute a little.
I might be in the comments to give a little more.
And I'm sure I'm going to learn. She is a very talented and educated individual on healing and all kinds of things.
Yep.
So be sure and pop in for that. Yes. Thanks, Denise. Yep, Denise got it too. Thank you.
I knew it was aligned, becoming aligned by universally.
Yep. What was that, Jen?
So everybody, welcome to February.
Yeah, welcome.
Let's rock it.
Yep.
Let's do it. It's the shortest month. Hang on. I got to be careful saying this because I'm looking back at January. February is the shortest calendar month of the year. But it may drag out in spots a little bit. Just be patient. You're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. And just remember, everything that you have gone through in your life, you have survived and learned from and grown from right up to this now moment. Just keep going. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Because what I'm going to say is embrace the change, act with conviction, avoid playing it too safe, but remain grounded.
Yes.
Remain calm and
You
carry on.
You want to giggle before we hop off of here?
Uh-oh, what now?
One of the few jokes I remember. this lady, and the Southern lady, she's on her monthly cycle, and so she walks into the tampon shop, and she's like, I need some protection down there for that that cycle, and the guy asks her, well, what's your flow like? And she says, linoleum.
All right, Dad.
Such a dad joke. On that note, we love you.
Yeah, let me get up here. Thank you for tuning
Love
in,
you where you're
everybody.
at.
I gotta find the end bidder. Okay, I got it. Just thank you for putting up with us, and yeah, we got this. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Next Monday is me and Joni, where we talk about the astrology again of February, how it's going to hit, because I'm sure there's going to be more coming out. Go ahead, Jen. What?
Oh, next time we will be on. Let me look at my calendar. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think it'll be a very special show.
Oh. You have ideas.
It'll be after Valentine's Day.
Oh, interesting. See, that's one thing I don't have to worry about
the
Valentine's
16th.
Day, because I'm single.
Well,
But you know what I'm
Valentine's
going to do? I'm going to buy myself
Wait.
some chocolate.
If you love somebody, you love them unconditionally every day. You don't need one day to tell them I love you. You should be telling them every day.
It's a gimmick to spend money.
Yeah. Thanks, Hallmark.
Yeah.
It's like every holiday.
No. I gotta say it's a Catholic holiday. It is about Saint Valentine, and that is the saint that we are doing this month. So
I could delve into that
that's
idealism, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm biting my tongue.
I'm leaving here and I'm going to go watch Morgue. Everybody go watch Morgue on YouTube tonight.
Yes, Morgue Official. But I'm going to watch Cindy's show too. So
yeah. That too. Sorry, I didn't
Morgue,
but I'm going to watch both.
When he goes live,
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit it, give it a like, and then I'll send it to myself, because normally I'm doing other things, and then later on when I'm doing something and I have some time, then I'll listen to it while I'm doing.
Oh, he really goes on at like 10 o'clock. So, that hour is just him talking to everybody in the chat. So you can watch Cindy after Cindy's done, go watch Morgue.
There you go.
That's what I'm going to say.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks, and I'll see you with Joni in a week.
Nanu.
Nah.
night.
Sorry, I had to.
I am Mark from Mark.
I had to. I'm sorry. It's just like, popped in my head. I'm like, okay, Nanu.
Live long and prosper.
Bye, everyone.
Night, y'all.
We're crazy.